Hi guys, I have another crystal box for you. I did my first one last month, so I will link that in the description box so that you can check that out. I loved that box. I thought that it was so much fun, and this one is another winner. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Let me get my QR code scanned. Okay, so the first thing in here, this is Rosette Cleansing Pasta. Yes, pasta. I'm not sure if this was a weird translation, like cleansing paste to pasta. It almost feels like a clay mask, and a little bit goes a long way. Okay, so they have 3 different ones. They have green, removal of blackheads, yellow, removal of dead skin, and then pink, hydrating. So I think that this one is supposed to be more for acne-prone skin, which of course I do have, but I also have really sensitive dry skin. I used this for a couple of weeks, and I kept going back and forth on whether or not I liked it, because at first I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of interesting. It really foams up into a nice thick lather, but then when you rinse it off, it leaves a nasty film on your face. Like you can't move your hands across your skin, kind of like sticky film. When your face dries, that goes away and you don't notice it at all, but it's still, that residue drives me insane. And I tried to get past it, and eventually I was just like, I can't deal with the residue. It's driving me insane. I don't know what's left on my face. Yes, my face looks and feels clean, but I can't with that residue. So anyway, this was really fun to use and to try out, and I did use it for several weeks, and my skin looked great. It looked really bright after using it, and it's not an exfoliator or anything. Like I said, it just feels like a really thick paste. So this was kind of fun. I don't know, if you don't have issues with residue, you might love this. The next thing in here, I didn't actually use this. This is a pig nose clear. It's supposed to be, what I understand it to be, is like the Biore strips where you know, getting the blackheads off of your nose, but I don't have blackheads on my nose. One of the few skin issues I really don't have. So I decided that I would save this and put it in my giveaway pile. If you are new to my channel, I do giveaways with all of the stuff I get in my boxes that I know I won't use, because I'm sure that somebody out there would love to have this. And it looks really fun. You know, it's a 3-step thing, and each one you're supposed to leave on your face for like 10 to 20 minutes or something ridiculous. So this is a long process. Do this like on a night where you're hanging out at home watching a movie or something, because it's a 3-step process. But I thought that it was cute. I like the little pictures on here, the little pig nose and stuff. So anyway, that's going in my giveaway pile. The next thing in here is this Chaldduk Mask. I don't know how to actually say that. It's a sheet mask, and it's amazing. Amazing, I tell you. It's a very hydrating mask, and it just made my skin look glorious. It looked radiant and hydrated and plump and wrinkle-free. It was beautiful. Plus, it had so much goop in there that I actually used it 3 nights in a row. I used the sheet 2 nights in a row because I didn't know how sanitary that was going to be. And then the 3rd night, I just used the leftover goo in there and just rubbed it all over my skin. And it just made my skin look so great. I will absolutely get some more of this because I loved this. It also came with another mask. This one is the Animal Panda Whitening Mask. Okay, so here's the sheet from the Chaldduk Mask. And I like this one because it has nice big eye holes. This one like barely fit. My eyes were just kind of peeking out, but I thought it was cute. I used this during the day so that my kids could see it, and they got a kick out of it. They thought that it was pretty funny. And it was actually a good mask. I felt like my skin was definitely very hydrated after using it. Whitening mask to restore dull and rough skin with brightening energy, delivering luminosity and softness. Definitely softness, maybe some luminosity in there. You know, my skin looked really nice. This is Tohato caramel corn. You can see the picture of these little puff things. I ate it. I'm sorry, I can't hang on to the food. The kids and I devoured this. It was these little rice puff cracker things, you know, and they were really good, and they were sweet, tasted a bit like caramel corn, and my kids devoured them. Like seriously loved those things. Those were super yummy. They remind me of cereal. They have like a Cap'n Crunch kind of a thing going on. Oh, this little thing. This, I was like, did they put like a baby's dress in there? It's a hand towel. Look at this. It's a hand towel. It's like a microfiber, and it looks like a dress, and it has a little thing on it so you can hang it on your wall or whatever, and it looks, I don't know. This is a little silly, and I really don't like the texture of the microfiber, so I don't think that I will actually use this. I might just give it to June to play with, you know, maybe she can put it on her dolls or cleaner hands. I don't know. Anyway, this was a little silly, but fun and kind of cute. And then I got this little headband with pearlies on it, and it is covered in ribbon so that it's soft. I should have put this in my hair today instead of that big old flower. But see, it's just a cute headband. I don't remember the last time I actually wore a headband, but it's cute. Okay, and then the last thing are these little pods that have a white powder in them, and they are supposed to cleanse and exfoliate your skin. There's no grit in it or anything like a physical exfoliator. It's more like a chemical exfoliator. It's just a powder, and you kind of, you know, get your hands damp and then dump them in and kind of rub it in together. And it immediately dissolves and just turns into this cleansing foam kind of a thing. And it works really well. I actually really liked these. I would only use these a couple times a week. And there's a note on here that says you could just use like half at a time. And I used the full thing once and it was fine. And then I used half of it and I was like, oh yeah, that's totally plenty to clean my face. So I ended up just using half a pod at a time, which also saves pods. I don't know how much exfoliation they're actually doing because it's not on your skin long enough to really get that chemical exfoliation. But as far as just like cleaning my face, I thought that it was nice and it didn't have like a sticky residue or anything like the cleansing pasta did. And that completes my crystal box. Again, so much fun and fantastic stuff in these boxes. I am absolutely loving Crystal Box. I think that it is fun. There's a ton of stuff, interesting things, fun things. I'm loving this. Absolutely loving this. So, and like I said, if you haven't seen my other one, I will link it down below so that you can see what I got in my last crystal box. And of course, I will leave links so that you can sign up if you would like to try out this box as well. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel, all that goodness. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!